Let us discuss on types of television program formats. Before that, we should have basic information related with the television news. News is sharing of information of the recent events and activities through different mediums of mass communication like television, radio and internet. Different researchers and scholars have defined the news differently. The news is defined as a recent event or happening which is new, unusual, significant or interesting, and it should be of human interest. The television news bulletin and newscast provides updates and comprehensive details of the events on international, national, regional and local events. The television news is visually interesting and appealing to eyes and ears. The combination of audio and visual makes the television news interesting, showing video footage of reported events, still photography, and the sound bite of the reporter present at the spot of the happening make it more lively and attracts the attention of the viewers. Then there is the feature of immediacy in the television news which allows the broadcast of information as soon as the event happens. This feature gives the audience of being present and the situation and broadcast of interviews of the experts and witnesses further elevates the experience. Let us discuss about news bulletins. News bulletins and newscasts are the most common news program broadcasted on the television. These programs differ in the type of content, their presentation style, the format of the channel and the time slot of the program. Most commonly, the news bulletins broadcast the national and international news. The news programs broadcasted during prime time wrap up the important news of the day. The basic difference between the broadcast news and prime time news is their aim, where broadcast news intends to provide primarily reporting and the prime time is more opinion based. For example, news flash on NDTV, Times Now, etc. about some ongoing news story or a news break. Let us discuss on news program feature. It comprises of one or two anchors segueing into elaborating the news story by the reporter. In some formats, the presenter reads the story. The presenter casts it to the reporter for the details and then reporter in turn tosses to the presenter. In some formats, the presenter interviews the reporter or involve some expert for the analysis of the story. News packages are shot on a relevant destination which are edited in an editing suite, mobile editing vehicles or satellite enabled vans or trucks and transmitted back to the news rooms. The live news is also broadcasted on the location and transmitted to the newsroom via cable links, satellite and production trucks. Let us discuss on sitcoms. Sitcoms are situational comedy which are commonly broadcasted on television and emerged in the 1940s in USA. The sitcoms are a genre of comedy focused on the characters who are fixed and sustain it from episodes to episodes. The production of the program depends on the format and can be recorded in a studio. The audience presence in a studio can be simulated by the use of a pre-recorded audience laugh tracks. In India, sitcoms appeared in 1980s with series namely यह जो है जिंदगी broadcasted in 1984, वागले की दुनिया in 1988 on Doordarshan. With the commencement of private channels in India, the sitcom series have risen and liked by the audience. Some of the programs like Dekh Bhai Dekh, Jaban Sambhal Ke in 1993, Office in 2001, Sara Bhai versus Sara Bhai in 2005, and Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma started in 2008. In India, Sub TV is one of the prime channels broadcasting sitcoms. Let us discuss on soap opera. Soap operas are the broadcast dramatic series distinguished by fixed characters with drama, dialogues, sentiments, melodramatic serials, and moving with a slow pace with less prominence on the action. It was popularized by the name soap operas earlier in the United States because the prominent sponsors of these serials were the soap and detergent companies. The beginning of soap opera dates back to 1930s. Initially, broadcasts of 15 minutes were started and later increased to a 30 minutes time frame. India's first soap opera, Hum Log, came in 1984 to 85 on Doordarshan, was a huge success. It proliferated the privately produced serials of a similar genre, saw expansion in the commercialization of Indian television industry, a movement of actors from Bollywood industry to television production. The theme of soap operas covered major social and moral issues in the country like the upliftment of women's status, family planning, national integration, dowry and alcoholism. They were used as a tool to educate and entertain the masses. The plot centered around a middle class family, joint families, and their issues. The popularity of soap operas increased rapidly after the success of Hum Log. The expansion of television audience via satellite transmission was made possible with the help of soap operas in India. Some of the popular soap operas in India are क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, कहानी घर घर की, कसौटी जिंदगी की, यह रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है, and many more.